Today on the Roy Garage, we're going to throw some new parts at the Chevy 350 to try to get it to stop leaking, and at the same time, upgrade our intake and a new carburetor. First things first, you want to drain your fluids. Touchdown, Jesus. We got this Chevy 350 10 years ago, got the engine rebuilt, put it in an El Camino, drove it around, and she leaked some oil pretty good. So we're going to put some new gaskets on this thing and get it right. All right, there we go. Cool. In order to get to our timing chain cover, we got to take off our water pump and our harmonic balancer. So that is what we're doing next. Wow, that was on there. We are using this hand scraper to remove our gaskets and clean our surfaces. I think it's looking pretty good. Now we use brake cleaner to remove any leftover debris and oils. I was prepared, Jake.
Yeah, the worst thing that comes out of this engine is horsepower.
Do you know how dirty that is? That's why you use that brake cleaner.
Should do a time lapse. I think I might do a time lapse.
All right, let's see if we can get this harmonic balancer off.
These harmonic balancers are
Fitted on there. Fitted? I meant to say press fit. Ta-da, compressed on there. Next, we're going to take this top end off, some valve covers, our intake, lighten this thing up before we flip it over, and take care of the oil pan gasket. Also a shelf, storage unit. Oh, jeez. I feel like that thing weighs 120 pounds. There it goes. Whoa.
Uh-oh.
Oh, jeez. Whoa. That's why you got dirty towels.
Dirty beach towel.
Dirty beach towel. I swear we know what we're doing, guys. Now that we have our engine flipped over, we can remove the oil pan. All right, we got all of our bolts off this, and you can tell we didn't use any RTV. Oh boy. Take this off, clean our surfaces, and then take our timing chain cover off, clean those surfaces, put our timing chain cover back on, and then ultimately put our oil pan back on. Yeah, it just comes right off. All right, let's get this oil filter off. Over the other way. Yeah. Timing chain off, surface prepped. Now we're going to move over here to our mechanical fuel pump location and replace that gasket as well. You can just see some oil sitting on the bottom of there. So now that we have our surface prepped, we're going to put some black RTV on here, put our gasket on, put some black RTV on the other side, and bolt it in. All right, we're going to put a little pressure on this, finger tight, and then let it sit for just a little bit and really torque her down a little bit. We're going to wait about an hour and then torque them down to 25, 35 foot-pounds. That's what we found online. However, you can't always trust what you find online, so make sure you check multiple sources before you tighten your screws down, bolts down, nuts down, everything down. I swear we know what we're doing, guys. I swear. Jake, RTV. Oh, thanks. Got it?
I drink so.
All right, I'm ready.
If you can see what we're missing here, let us know what that is in the comments below.
Just one, Jake Roy. A board and a hammer for.
If you guessed the ring gasket on our timing chain cover, you were correct.
When in doubt, let your redneck problem solving come in. It's on there good though. Oh yeah. All right, we've got our timing chain cover on here. We're going to let the RTV sit for an hour before we torque it down. Let's get started on our oil pan gasket. We're going to prep our surface one more time here before we lay some RTV and then put our gasket down. Majority of stuff off on this. Get some of the sludge out while we can. It's been about an hour, so our sealant's going to be pretty well set, so we're going to torque them down to spec. Oh, there it goes.
Did it go?
There, now it did. What's that? Nice. Is that what this one did too? We had a problem, and it's going to have to wait for another day when we get another gasket and we can get those snapped off bolts out of there. I swear we know what we're doing, guys.
Let's move on to the timing chain cover.
I'm gonna do 40. I'm gonna do 40.
We went to the hardware store because I got the wrong gasket for the oil pan. By the time we got back, the timing chain cover was ready to be torqued down.
All right, there we go.
We got our surfaces prepped, putting in these guides to get ready to install our oil pan gasket. Supposed to get a good amount right in there. Like those. There we go, I got one threaded.
The nice thing about this new gasket I got is it came with new hardware because this gasket was a little bit thicker than the stock one.
Alright, I'm going to work from the center and out with a crossing pattern. Torque them to 8 foot-pounds. Boom, shakalaka. Everything torqued. Let's put our oil filter on here. Flip this thing over. Should be good. Spread it down and wipe it down a little bit, huh? But, you know. I don't see any coming out of the bottom. Hey!
Alright, next we're going to get these surfaces cleaned up so that way we can throw on the intake, the valve covers, and the carburetor.
Alright, I opened up a new bottle of RTV, cut the hole a little too small, so please go easy on me in the comments.
We're going to put a little bit of RTV around the water jacket holes just to make sure that it seals up and there's no leaks. On this side, and then we'll also put it on the intake side. It does have this side up, so that way you know which side faces up. Now we're going to throw a little bit of RTV on the water jacket holes on the intake and get that bad boy on here. It's unlike the iron one. Make sure you throw a little anti-seize lubricant on your bolts before you toss them in, according to the directions to the intake manifold. We are going to use this pattern over here because we have a pre-1995 manifold. We're going to torque it to 25 foot-pounds, doing this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So basically working from the center out.
25 foot-pounds.
Yep. Sweet.
Right, we're going to go to an auto parts store. We're going to get a gasket for this, an Allen wrench, and a Harmonic balancer installer.
If you made it this far, make sure you hit that like, subscribe button. We do also have these cool graphic tees available, linked in the description below. And if there's other ways you want to support because you're already liked and subscribed, you can check out our Patreon, also linked in the description below. Let's get back to the action.
All right, we just got back from the hardware store. We got everything we need. I want to get this top end wrapped up, so I got this gasket. I'm going to put it on. Little RTV. Even around the bolts. It's shiny. You gotta keep moving them shiny. And then this goes on, Jake. See like that?
Yeah.
The point of the gasket, Jake, is to make two surfaces. The point of the RTV is to seal the two surfaces. It makes sense. See this right here? 3/8. It's used for these guys. These are the bigger ones.
Yeah, those you can put Teflon on.
Cool. Well, that's what I'm doing then. I got these nice plugs here. They're Edelbrock plugs, and I got these to plug these holes on the intake. And right there. That shouldn't go anywhere. Here's the,
There you go. You want to throw that into this?
kind of. Now we're going to install our harmonic balancer. We got a harmonic balancer installer. You can go to any auto parts store and they will let you rent one. First step, find the proper threading to thread into your crankshaft. Get all the way in there, back and out a couple turns, and then this piece goes over the top. It will spin, but you'll use a wrench to hold it tight right there. Bolt it into place.
You want that to be able to spin because when you tighten this, you don't want it to tighten into your crankshaft and get stuck in there. Throw in your harmonic balancer, line it up with the keyway, slide on your bearing, put on your nut.
I just got one, matter of fact.
Then with a small crescent wrench, we want to keep this main bolt from turning and then tighten our nut with a bigger one. Seems to be money, dude.
Right there.
Then loosen your nut.
Take it off.
No smooth. Loosen the long bolt. And then because we didn't tighten our bolt down and we kept that big bolt from spinning, this should come out super easy, just like it is. There we go. You can see here there are 3 bolts that bolt this pulley to the harmonic balancer, and then we have the center bolt that holds the harmonic balancer onto the crankshaft.
These 3 bolts that connect our pulley get torqued to
15 to 20 foot-pounds. And then lastly, we are going to torque our harmonic balancer to 60 foot-pounds.
That's it right there.
Installation complete.
Now we're going to put on this water pump. Boom shakalaka. Now we're going to find top dead center and drop our distributor. Now first step in finding top dead center is we want to see our intake valve open up and close, and then the first mark on here is going to be dead center. Oh, there we go. Intake is opening. Taking our spark plugs out. All right, intake is up. The piston is on the compression stroke and it's at the bottom and it's on its way up. Now when our line comes through here, that will be to top dead center. Oh yeah. We want to be about 8 degrees, right about there. All right, we got to take the top off of our distributor. It's pretty easy, just a flat screwdriver. There we go. We want to point our vacuum advanced on the right side, and we want to point our ignition towards piston number 1. There we go. I mean, that's pretty close. And we can put our top on and start working on a firing order. Make a mental reference on where this ignition is. It is just to the left of this stud right here. So when we drop down for piston number 1, we can point that just to the left of that stud. Lock this in. All it is just push and twist. Push and twist. I do want to tighten this down just a little bit, give us a little friction here. Ooh, there we go.
We're at 1.
Cool. There we go. Now that's going to get you close enough to get your engine started. You are going to want to pick up a timing light to get things more precise after you've got your engine running. Let's get this carburetor on here.
Oh shoot, I just dropped one down. Oh,
Why would you say that? I just dropped one down there.
I was trying to be dramatic. But you're a great intro. Shut up.
She went through there. Shut up. Damn it. Wonder if we could see it if we pull the distributor.
If you could get a magnet down in there, that'd be the way to get it.
I can almost. I see it.
No way.
Yeah, I see it. Could probably use a wire. A stiff wire. When it sits right here. Just like that. Just like that. That
Yeah, baby.
is not supposed to go in there. Let's get these valve covers on. Jeez. Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of The Roy Garage. Make sure you like, subscribe, turn on notifications so you don't miss out on next week's episode when we get this engine running.